A very good morning to one all present here. A warm and cheerful welcome to our special Grade 9 assembly. Myself, Nanika.
And I'm Arya. We are truly excited to be your host today as we are exploring a theme that helps us to be strong and responsible individuals.
Responsibility
And accountability.
These values extend far beyond school walls and textbooks. They define how we treat each others, face challenge, and continue to grow.
Whether it is admitting a mistake
Offering a helping hand,
or staying true to one's word.
every small act of responsibility makes a huge difference. In a world where blame is often shifted and excuses come easily, it requires true courage to say, yes, I did it, and this is how I will make it right.
So today, let's just not simply sit back and listen. Let us reflect, relate, and rise. Because leadership is not about control and authority. It is about ownership and having a positive impact on one's life.
So today, let us begin the gathering by seeking divine blessings. May the Almighty guide our thoughts and actions today. I now invite Rohit to lead us with the prayer.
I request everyone to join your hands, close your eyes, and repeat after me. Where the mind is without fear, and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has now lost its way into the dairy desert sand of that habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into a widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake.
Thank you, Rohit.
The pledge is not just a set of words, it is a reminder of our responsibility that we have towards our country, to our communities, and to ourselves. It is a declaration of the commitment to work together and uphold the values that make us strong and united. Now, I would like to invite Aditendra to lead us with the pledge.
I request everyone to stretch your right hand forward and repeat after me. India is my country. All Indians are my brothers and sisters. I love my country and I am proud of its rich and varied heritage. I shall always strive to be worthy of it. I shall give my parents, teachers, and all elders respect and treat everyone with courtesy. To my country and my people, I pledge my devotion. In their well-being and prosperity alone lies my happiness.
We as a school always take pride in our values, and nothing symbolizes this better than our school song. I would now like to invite our choir to lead us with the school song.
Let's celebrate the joy and praises of the school we hold so dear. Of the school that gains our respect, D and the BS, we meet you. Stand and joy and pride, ever
Thank you, Koi.
I request everyone to please be seated. Now, I would like to invite our friends of grade 9 to explain the codes of our grade 9 classroom.
Good morning, everyone. I am Om with my companion Lakshit, Sar, Navneet, and Yash. Today, we are going to present a motivational quote that is present in a grade 9 classroom. When the time is never ready to wait for us, then why do we always wait for the right time? No time is wrong to do the right thing.
This quote means when the time doesn't hit the pause button for us.
Then why should we hit the pause button to do the right things?
If you wait for the right time,
Then you will never start. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Myself Nischala, along with my friends Dhanlakshmi, Subbalakshmi, Taman, and Nakshatra. Today's thought: every successful person has a painful story. Every painful story has a successful ending. So, accept the pain and get ready for success.
this means behind every winner,
There is a mountain of struggles.
behind this mountain of struggles, there is always a winner. So if it hurts, just smile because success is on the way. Thank you.
Thank you, friends. And now we come to the most exciting part of today's assembly, our skit. The skit illustrates the importance of taking responsibility and being accountable for your actions.
Our skit portrays two children living in very different worlds. One child is given everything without a question, while the other is thought to be responsible, no matter how hard it gets.
It's a scenario we all might relate to, and it carries a very valuable lesson on how our choices impact ourselves and others around us.
So, without further delay, let's begin the show.
Good morning, students. Good morning, ma'am. Please sit down. How are you all?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Sit down. So, as I had informed, today is a oral test on climate. Get ready to answer my questions. Did you all prepare for the test? Good. Let's begin. Yuk, stand up.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, what is weather?
Weather is an atmospheric condition at a given place and time.
Good. Sit down.
Excuse me, ma'am, may I come in?
This is the third time this week you are late. What is the excuse today?
Ma'am, my mother didn't wake me up, ma'am.
Your mother has to wake up at this age? Can't you take the responsibility to wake up on your own?
Sorry, ma'am.
Fine, go to your place. Rahul, stand up.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me check if you are prepared for your test. Tell me, what are the differences between weather and climate?
The difference between weather and climate are weather depends upon average temperature, while weather is raining.
Rahul, what happened?
Sorry, ma'am. Ma'am, I tell you, ma'am.
Fine.
Difference between weather and climate are weather depends upon average temperature, while weather is raining. Same.
Same, but different. No money, no honey. Same, but different. No money, no honey. Same.
Rahul, are you in this world?
Sorry, ma'am. Ma'am, last time I'll tell you, ma'am.
Okay.
Weather depends upon average temperature, while weather is raining. Same as climate.
Are you mentally present in the class? You got 2 holidays. What did you do?
Ma'am, actually, I watched reels.
What? You were watching reels? I understand your problem. Social media has reduced your learning capabilities and attention span. Listen, children, in our times, we used to read books and forget about time. But today, even a few minutes of study seems exhausting because your brains are constantly distracted by screens. Your brain gets used to quick entertainment and struggles with deep focus. If you train your brain like we did with books, you will never forget what you have read in just few hours. So, try reducing your screen time, especially before and after studying, okay? Good. Rahul, as you didn't answer my question, stand throughout the class.
Ma'am, please, ma'am, ask another question, ma'am, I'll tell you.
Okay, this is the last chance. What are the differences between summer and winter?
Ma'am, it's so easy, ma'am, I'll tell you. Summer is hot, winter is cold. In summer, sometimes it is hot. In winter, sometimes it is cold. Summer will come in summer, winter will come in winter. In summer, we have summer holidays, but in winter, we don't have any holidays.
Is this what is given in your notes? Have you even gone through your textbook? Show me your notebook.
Ma'am, I don't have.
Where is it?
Ma'am, it is at home.
What? It is at home? Your lack of responsibility is evident in everything you do. Sit down. What should I do with all of you children? But remember, responsibility and accountability are the 2 keys to success. Responsibility is not just about preparing for tests. It is about being punctual, focused, and disciplined every day. Here, the core issue is lack of responsibility. So let's work on it, shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
Loudly again, shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Today I am not punishing you. Tomorrow if you don't come prepared with the test, you all will be in front of Principal Ma'am's cabin. And remember, there should be no latecomers. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. We'll meet in the next class, students.
Oh my god, I'm so late. Rahul must be waiting. Rahul beta,
Hi, mom.
you look really tired.
I am really tired, mom.
Oh, did you have fun at school?
No, mom, it was really boring day.
Oh, let's go home and relax.
Yes, mom.
Have this chocolate.
Mom, take bag, it's heavy.
Sure, Rahul.
Mom, can you give me your phone?
Yes, Rahul. Kamala?
Sorry, you are?
Hey, I'm Vimala.
Vimala. Oh, Vimala, hi. It's been ages. How are you?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm wonderful.
Rahul, this is my friend Kamala. Say hello to her.
I'm auntie.
Hello, this is my son Aryan.
Hello, Aryan.
Hi, auntie.
Come home with us, Kamala. We have so much to catch up on.
Are you sure? I don't want to trouble you though.
No troubles at all. It would mean so much to me.
Sure then, let's go.
This is my home.
Lovely.
Please have a seat.
Mama, can you bring some water?
Sure, Rahul.
Mama, what snacks do we have?
I made your favorite aloo parathas in the morning. I'll warm them up right away.
Okay, mom.
So Rahul, which grade are you in?
Auntie, I am in 9th grade.
Don't you have any homework?
Oh, auntie, I have many homeworks to do. Mama, I have so much incomplete work to do, but I am really tired.
Oh, Rahul, don't stress yourself. Tell me what needs to be done and I'll do them for you.
Okay, Mom.
You really pamper him, don't you, Vimala?
Oh well, he's my only child, my only baby. I just want to make sure he's comfortable.
I see that. Anyway, can't pay place this Sunday. We can chat there.
That sounds lovely. I would love to come. See you then.
Bye, Rahul.
Bye, auntie.
Auntie, what a surprise. Hello, Aryan. Hi, Auntie. Please come in. Please have a seat and I'll get you some water.
Mama, can you give me your phone?
Sure, Rahul.
Oh, Vimala, you're here already?
Hey, Kamala.
Hi, Rahul.
Hi, auntie.
Mom, water.
Aryan, why don't you go get some snacks for Auntie?
Okay, Mom.
Have you done all your homework?
It's done, Mom.
What about your laundry?
It's done, Mom.
Mom, take your phone. Hey, Aryan, come, let's have some fun.
Sure, Rahul, but I can spare only 1 hour because I have to complete my assignments.
Okay.
So, did you meet any of our other friends?
Not yet, Vimala. What about you?
Me neither. If you don't mind, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Why are you troubling Aryan with so much work to do? Let him just enjoy his life.
Oh, Vimala, it's not like that. It's just
Mama. Mom. Look, the caterpillar. It died.
What actually happened, Rahul?
Mama, I saw it struggling to come out of its cocoon, so I thought to help it, but now it's not moving.
Oh, Rahul.
Rahul, I know you wanted to help, but the struggle was necessary for you to grow strong.
So struggles are important.
Yes, Rahul. Just like a caterpillar, we all face difficulties to grow. This is why I'm letting Aryan to do all his chores.
Auntie, but we are still young. This is the age where we need to enjoy.
Oh, Rahul, the happiness that you're deriving now is temporary. By responsibilities, you will be able to achieve long-term happiness.
What? Responsibilities bring full-term happiness? It's hard to believe.
Yes, Kamala. Why do they need to worry about responsibilities at this age?
You guys don't believe me? Well, come then. Let's watch an interesting YouTube video. Aryan, go get your laptop.
Okay, Mom.
Hi friends, welcome to our YouTube channel, Motivating Minds. Like every week, we are back with another success story. Today, we are going to showcase an interesting documentary on an emerging talent in the world of cricket. From a small town of Bhadrachalam in Telangana, where cricket dreams are rare and cricketing heroines are even rarer, there comes a storm named Gongari Trisha, who not only brought happiness to her father but also to the entire nation by playing a vital role in India's Under-19 World Cup triumph. She was just 5 when her father noticed something special in her. Not just a talent, but fire. So friends, let us dive deep into her story. Trisha belongs to a middle-class family from Bhadrachalam. Her father, Rami Reddy, was a gym trainer and a former hockey player. He had big dreams for his daughter. One day, he saw his daughter watching cartoon shows on TV. He then decided that he will make her watch cricket matches instead of watching cartoon shows. When Trisha was just 2.5 years old, he got her a plastic ball and bat and began training her in cricket. At the age of 5, he started taking her to the gym along with him. At the gym, he bowled more than 300 throwdowns to her. Afterwards, he got a local ground in Bhadrachalam where he trained Trisha in cricket for long hours. Some friends.
अरे लेडी क्रिकेटर आ गया. Do you even know the basics of cricket?
Do you even know how to catch the bat?
I know the basics of cricket, and mark my words, I will play for the Indian cricket team soon.
Do you really think by playing in these gullies you play for the Indian cricket team? What a joke.
Dad, shall we continue?
No, Trisha. This is not the right place for you to learn. We'll think about it.
After this incident, Rami Reddy decides to join Trisha in Cricket Academy. Due to the absence of Cricket Academy in their hometown, he decides to move to Secunderabad from Bhadrachalam.
Hello, Sudhir. How are you doing?
Hi Ram, I'm doing well.
Sudhir, I need to talk. I've decided to sell my gym and move to Secunderabad as my daughter is joining a cricket academy there.
Selling your gym? That's a big decision. Finding the right buyer will take time.
I do not have time, Sudhir. I have to leave in a few days. Whatever price I get, I'm fine for it.
Are you serious? This will not be easy for you.
I have made up my mind, Sudhir. Don't try to change it now. Nothing is more important to me than my daughter's career.
I understand how much you love your daughter. Anyway, I'll help you to find the buyer.
Thank you, Sudhir. This will mean a lot.
Rami Reddy sells his gym at half its market value, incurring a heavy loss. Yet, he remains firm in his decision. He resigns his job as an ITC trainer, takes whatever money he gets from the sale and moves to Secunderabad, enrolling his daughter in a cricket coaching center. One day, while Trisha was practicing in the nets, Rami Reddy records a video of her and sends it to John Manoj and Srinivas, who are coaches at St. John's Cricket Academy. Impressed by her skills, John Manoj invites her to join their academy where she trains under Coach Srinivasan. Later, to support Trisha's advanced training, Rami Reddy decides to sell his 4 acres of farmland in Bhadrachalam. He calls Sudhir to Secunderabad.
What happened? You sounded urgent on the call.
Yes, Sudhir. I've also decided to sell my farmland in Bhadrachalam for Trisha's further training, as her coach believes she has a bright future ahead.
Are you out of your mind? Who spends so much in a girl's training? Girls barely make it in sports. You're risking everything.
You know what, Sudhir? The only real risk is not believing in my daughter. I know her potential. She will fight, she will rise, and she will always make me proud. And Trisha is my only child, and I'll do whatever it takes to support her career. And by the way, I do not see this as a sacrifice, Sudhir. I know she is responsible, and she'll always make the most of it. Mark my words, Sudhir. One day, the world will know her name, and she will make me proud.
Fine, I'll help you to find the buyer.
Thank you.
Trisha overhears this conversation and is deeply disturbed. She joined the academy but struggles with the pressure. Her coach Srinivasan notices her lack of focus.
Trisha, what happened? You seem distracted.
Sir, my father has sacrificed everything for me, and I'm afraid that I would not live up to his expectations.
Trisha, responsibility is not a burden, it's a privilege. Your father has placed his faith in you because he sees your potential. It's now your responsibility to give your best, not just for him, but for yourself. Legendary athletes do not succeed because they fear failure. They succeed because they hold themselves accountable. They take responsibility for their growth, their decision, and their discipline. As John Wooden once said, a true test of a man's character is what he does when nobody is watching him. Do not let fear cloud your vision. Instead, embrace responsibility with confidence.
Sir, your words have truly changed my perspective. I now understand that accountability is about commitment, self-belief and discipline. I will work harder and make my father proud. After this, Trisha never looked back. She showed utmost dedication during her practice sessions. She scored the highest number of runs in the South Zone for 2 years at the under-16 level. She played her first under-19 match for Hyderabad against Tamil Nadu. After gaining popularity at the state level, she became a part of the Indian women's cricket team. She represented India against Sri Lanka, West Indies and New Zealand in a series. During the final match of the World Cup, she scored 24 runs in 29 balls against England and helped India clinch the World Cup trophy. She was also a part of the Indian under-19 women's team that had won the T20 World Cup in February 2025. She scored the highest number of runs in the tournament, totaling 309. The PCCI announced the cash prize of 5 crores for all the members of the team. Telangana CM Revanth Reddy also awarded her with a cash prize of 5 crores. Trisha, in an interview, mentioned that the keys to her success are 2 important traits, that are responsibility and accountability. So friends, this is the success story of Gangari Trisha from Bhadrachalam to BCCI. Meet you in our next video with another success story. Stay tuned to our channel, Motivating Minds. Nisuma Rasmini signing off.
Tell me, Rahul, don't you think Trisha is happy with her achievements? Would you agree with me that happiness comes from achieving one's goals? Well, it's not only the destination, but the journey, the satisfaction of knowing that you have done your best.
Yes, Kamala auntie, you're right. Trisha has worked hard for this. She deserves to be happy.
You know, Kamala, I have come to an understanding what truly matters in our children's long-term happiness. And for that, they need to learn 2 important things: responsibility and accountability. These are not just big words. These are lessons that help them to live a good and a meaningful life.
Yes, Kamala, and yes, Vimala, and these lessons start at home. We, the parents, are the first teachers, and we guide them into the right path. And if we don't, they might fall into the wrong path. And I'm telling you, no parent wants to see their child fall into the wrong path. My dear children, I want you to learn 2 new words today: responsibility and accountability. Responsibility means taking care of your words, actions and your thoughts. It means doing what's right. Accountability means being truthful to yourself. You gotta say, yes, I did it when you made a mistake instead of blaming it on others. These values make you turn into someone. They make you turn into a new person. So start today. Be responsible, be accountable and shine brighter every day. Thank you.
Wow, what a wonderful skit it was. Let us all give a huge round of applause to all of them.
I would like to invite our choir to share their gift with us, where they will be reflecting on the importance of responsibility and accountability. Their soulful voices and uplifting melodies will surely inspire and motivate us.
That's me and you. I'll follow through what I say I'm gonna do. Dependable, that's who we are. If we give up, don't show up, we won't get too far. responsible. That's me and you. I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do. Dependable, that's who we are. If we give up, don't show up, we won't get too far. Everyone counts on you to be there. Everyone counts on you. It is our duty to be responsible, to follow through and be true is remarkable. If we work hard to our part, it's all possible. Oh, 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 that's what's so responsible. Count on me, do what I say I'll do. I'll do my best every day so that I can do. Together I can make it's up to me and you. Oh, 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 that's what's so responsible. Oh, 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 you can be responsible. Na 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 na. You can be responsible.
What a melodious performance it was. Let us give a huge round of applause for the choir.
Teachers not only impart knowledge, but they show us the true meaning of responsibility and accountability in our daily lives.
Our teachers guide us with patience, inspire us with their actions, and teach us that true growth comes from being responsible.
I would now like to invite Miss Kavita ma'am, class teacher of 9 Lilac, and Miss Sirisha ma'am, class teacher of 9 Tulips, to share their thoughts with us.
Good morning, Principal Ma'am, dear teachers, and my dear students. Did you all enjoy the program? Yes? Okay. So, discomfort is growth in wolf's clothing. This is one of my favorite quotes. So, anybody would explain this quote to me? Discomfort is growth in wolf's clothing. If you have understood this quote, you can come here and explain. Okay, give it up for the newly elected head girl. I would also like to call the newly elected head boy here. Okay, so the quote, discomfort is growth in wolf's clothing. You understand wolf? Yeah, please explain.
Good morning, one and all present here. So, according to the quote, I believe discomfort is a victory in wolf's clothing. That's because a wolf looks scary and terrifying at first. But once you embrace the journey and once you lean into it, it's gonna transform you. Thank you.
Very good. What's your interpretation, Yuvan?
First things first. Good morning, respected principal ma'am, supportive teachers, and my fellow dipsites. Everybody knows that life is not always a bed of roses. We'll have to face difficulties, challenges throughout our life to reach the pinnacle.
Now, do you see the two keys there? Responsibility and accountability. And this is the log, the goal, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how would you connect discomfort is growth in wolf's clothing to this theme?
We believe through hard work and by having self-discipline in whatever that is that you're doing. And if you give your 100%, that you're surely going to have a confidence that you gave your best and you will be satisfied, irrespective of the results. So I believe the both keys are one, and that is hard work, which also comes with responsibility and accountability.
Okay, by seeing this quote, I would like to share a quote which I saw in my classroom, and it truly motivates me. I asked God, why are you taking me through troubled waters? He replied, because your enemies can't swim. Thank you.
Good, very good, Yuvan and Meghna. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So students, we all shy away from taking responsibility because it's very intimidating. We are scared of failure, right? We are scared that what if we fail? People will point fingers at us. So don't be scared, because eventually it will bring growth, long-term success. Thank you.
The moment you take responsibility for everything in your life is the moment you can change anything in your life. A wonderful morning to respected Principal Ma'am, dear teachers, and my lovely students. So, what's the theme today? Yes, importance of being responsible and accountable for your actions. So what do you mean by responsible? As our head boy, head girl told, as Kamala told in the skit, being responsible means taking the ownership of our actions, our decisions, and even their consequences, whether it is good or bad. Let me explain a bit simple. If you think your life is a canvas, every decision you make is a brushstroke that shapes your future. That means taking responsibility is being the artist of your own life. Right? Yes or no? Do you agree? So, be responsible for your actions, your dreams, and your goals. Right? So, your future is waiting. Paint it with purpose, passion, and perseverance. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am.
I now invite a person whose hard work and constant encouragement uplift both students and staff, our respected coordinator, ma'am, Ms. Sazira ma'am, to come onto the stage to share her insights.
Thank you, Nanika, and thank you, Arya. Responsibility and accountability are the two pillars of success, and I would like to equate that to talent and time. A very good morning, Principal Ma'am, dear teachers, and the students of the Delhi World Public School. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Grade 9 for such an incredible work that they had put in today. The two important keys, the pillars of success, responsibility and accountability. I'd like to share a short story. It's a parable. It's the parable of the lost sheep. There once lived a shepherd, and this shepherd had taken his flock for grazing, and it was time for them to return home. He gathered his entire flock. Okay, he was so happy to see his entire flock. But when he counted the entire flock, he got 100 in the morning, but when he was going home in the evening, he found that one sheep was missing. And this shepherd was perplexed. He was worried. It was very easy for this man to take the remaining 99 and walk away. But you know what he did? He just put the entire 99 aside, went for that one lost sheep. He searched everywhere, every nook and corner. And when he found that sheep, he was so happy, he rejoiced. He put him on his back, on his shoulder, and he went running, and then he told everyone that he found the lost sheep. What does this talk? This parable, okay, it gives you an interesting insight. It talks about the responsibility of the shepherd. Did he leave that one sheep? No. He was quite responsible. He was accountable. He got that 100. So he wanted to get that 100 back together home, and that would give him satisfaction. So was he successful in getting the one that was lost? Yes. Was he a responsible shepherd? It's a very simple occupation, but yet he valued the position God had given him. And how I equate that to time, to talent and time. God has given each of us talent. He's blessed us immensely with extreme talent. He's given you even time. When God gives you extreme talent, you should know how to use it in the right manner. And that's why He gives you time. The clock always keeps ticking, am I right? So when you don't know how to value the talent that God gives you, very slowly He pulls away the talent that He's given to you. And that's very dangerous. Am I right, children? So value talent given to you by God. Appreciate it. And when time is there, okay, just value time. And that was very beautifully portrayed by Grade 9. Thank you so much and have a blessed day. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your motivating words.
Her constant encouragement and tireless efforts shape the future of our school every single day. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our beloved Principal Ma'am, Dr. N. Janvi Reddy Ma'am, on the stage to share her thoughts with us.
My dear team and students, good morning. Ma'am, till last week, everyone spoke about discipline, discipline, discipline. And today, two new words came into the picture. They are responsibility and accountability. Children, it is sunny day. I will take only 2 minutes, okay? We'll just explore about these two concepts of responsibility and accountability. These two terms are used at workplaces. You might be thinking, ma'am, it will be useful at office or at organizations. Why you want to teach us? Because at DWPS we aspire to nurture tomorrow's leaders. That is the reason why we have chosen this team to you all to know about the responsibility and accountability. So children, from this moment, I encourage you all to embrace these two qualities into your life. So these will pave your way towards your future roles as CEOs and politicians. So when you talk about these two key terms, responsibility and accountability, if someone finds you accountable, then they love to entrust the responsibility to you, because these two are interlinked with each other. I will just explain to your level. In a class of 30, if a class teacher wants to appoint one monitor, she will observe all 30 students in the classroom. Are they accountable to their actions? Are they accountable to their homework? Are they accountable in completing their notes? Submitting the subject enrichment activities? If she finds you accountable in your actions in submitting all the work on time, then she will entrust you as the monitor. That is a responsibility which she wants to give to you people. This is at the school level. If you go to the next level, if you see in an organization, if a manager wants to make one person in that particular team as a team lead, what they will observe the accountability in their actions. They will see whether the team member is committing any mistake and they want to throw that blame on the other team member. So after observing carefully, then they will pick that particular team member who is accountable. Then they will entrust the responsibility as a team leader. Children, definitely, if you are accountable, you will have a lot of responsibility, no doubt in that. If you take in our school, if you find any teacher is very accountable, she will be having a lot of responsibility. If you come out of that comfort zone and accept that responsibility, then only there will be growth, personally and professionally also. If you feel that, ma'am has assigned me this job, I will do this and I will leave, then you will be to that level only. If you want to aim for highest position, yes, you have to come out of that comfort zone and take the responsibility and show your accountability. Today I wish all my students need to embrace these qualities into your life so that people should find you accountable and they should feel that you are responsible citizens. Don't think that it is applicable to the school or to the office. In personal life also. For example, if any parent wants to do marriage for their child, they will see that if my child is accountable to take up the responsibility of the marriage, that is a huge responsibility, right? So, in each and every step of our life, these are the two important qualities which we need to imbibe into our lives. So I hope and wish all my students will learn these two qualities from today onwards. Thank you so much.
Leadership is not about the title or designation, it's the impact. It's their influence, and it's what has inspired these students into the life of all these little ones here. Presenting the Student Council for the year 2025-26. I would now like to welcome our incoming head boy, Yuan, along with the incoming head girl, Meghna. Let's give it up for the head boy and the head girl. Put your hands together for the sports captain boy, Vikram, and the sports captain girl, Akshaya P. Put your hands together for the Leonard House captain boy, Ron Bhagat, followed by the Leonard House captain girl, Shloka Santula. Put your hands together for the India's house captain, Abhinav, and the sports house captain girl, K.R. Patil. Put your hands together for the altar house captain, Hima Rashid, and the altar house captain girl, Srijani. Put your hands together for the Aquilian house captain, Bhavesh, and the Aquilian house captain girl, Vanvika. Put your hands together for Sohan Panda, discipline captain boy, and the discipline captain girl, Shinija. Put your hands together for the cultural captain boy, Raj Bharadwaj, and the cultural captain girl, Shri Kriti. I'm calling the last. Put your hands together for the literary captain boy, Ashwin, and the literary captain girl, Sanjana. To the amazing audience here, presenting the thunderous, the majestic Student Council for the year 2025. Let's give it up for them.
Children, to be a leader, obedience is very important and acceptance is very important, right? You have to be very obedient and you have to accept, right? Convey your regards to all the students who casted their votes for you people.
Thank you, ma'am. So everybody, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude in casting your votes for me. Your words were indeed valuable. Thank you, and I will promise that this year is a blast. Everybody, thank you.
On behalf of the entire council members.
Yes, ma'am. So here are my friends, my brothers and sisters. Sisters, okay? So I would like to extend my deepest gratitude on behalf of everybody here. So everybody, I say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Sana, she has participated in the largest Kuchipudi dance, which consisted 4,218 participants, and we are proud to announce that she has achieved the Bharat Arts Academy in Hyderabad, Telangana, and she's backed the Guinness World Record. Everybody, can we give it up for Ashrita Sana? Everybody, let's give it up for Sana. Thank you, ma'am. Your words were truly inspiring. As we conclude today's assembly, let's reflect on the importance of these values in our daily lives. Remember, taking responsibility and being accountable for your actions not only shapes your character, but also strengthens our community.
Thank you all for your active participation. May we continue to uphold the principles of responsibility and accountability.
Now, as we end today's gathering, let us stand together to honor our nation. Let me invite the choir once again to lead us with the national anthem.